Hello, how's she going, everybody? Another vlog. Those things. All the things. Alright, here I am again, and I suppose I'll talk about some stuff. What do we want to do first? Probably the most important thing, follow up from my last video, if anyone was paying attention or watching, or... I don't even know which way I'm looking. Okay, maybe I can back that up. What I need, in case anyone hasn't noticed, I need a selfie stick. I need to get one of those. I didn't know those things had a name. I just saw, like, Jenna Marbles using one at some point, and now whenever we watch wrestling, what's his face on NXT? Tyler Breeze. Yeah, that guy. Anyway, the King of Cuteville, he has a nice selfie stick, and he can kind of hold his shit right away like this, and it's all covered in like a, I don't know, a feather boa or something. It's totally tacky and amazing. So I need one of those things. Maybe that's what I will do one of these days. What else? Yes, so anyone who had watched my previous video, I yapped about a bunch of work-related things and a bunch of other crap, and one of the things I mentioned was my lack of prowess with power tools and crap like that, and, you know, I kind of looked at it for a while, and I thought about it, and I took the plunge. I applied for school. Woo! Okay, whoa! Sorry, finger in the way. See? I need a selfie stick. I can't even keep myself in my own shot. This is getting ridiculous. Yeah, so I applied for school. I applied for college, and I want to try to be a carpenter. So, anyone interested in that, you know, whatever. If you haven't already seen it on my Facebook, that's my big news. You know, I spoke to my mom and dad when I was applying, and Dad's first comment was, I didn't know you were related to Mike Holmes. I'm like, well, neither did I. Because it's not true. But, you know, whatever. I'm also not related to a woodlouse, which, you know, Newfoundlanders typically call carpenters. So now when I see those little bugs, like, walking around on the kitchen floor and the cat staring there, looking at it, refusing to kill it, and not doing anything with it, I say, no, leave it alone. These are my people. These are my people now. These are carpenters. I am one. I might be one. I have applied to try to become one. In the first step, you know, I wouldn't mind swinging a hammer and driving a few nails and doing all that crap like I mentioned before. Also, have you seen my nails? My nails are damn cool. Like, can you see this? Lightning. Goddess of Thunder. This is what's inspiring this. So, not only am I planning on swinging a hammer, I'm being my own personal Thor. So, this is a little note, not actually connected to anything with my carpentry application or anything. But I've been reading Marvel's new Thor series, and holy crap, it's friggin' good. So, if you're not into that, why not? Because apparently Thor as a woman is outselling traditional previous Thor that used to be out, and I guess that's a thing, you know. The Odinson still appears in the comic, but he has renounced his name, you know. The new Thor is Thor, so anyone who has, you know, thoughts about, like, oh, she's Lady Thor and he's actual Thor and all that stuff, it's, you know, it's, he's one guy, she's one lady, the name got passed on. Odin's not happy about it. Freya's like, woot. So, feminist comics for the win. Woo! Women in untraditional professions. Woo! Poppy eyeballs. So anyway, yeah. Changing my face around. I'm sorry guys, this is really wonky and stuff. Anyway, so I guess I felt really happy about applying for school and potentially going into this field. Apparently my aunt was going to apply for carpentry when she was finishing high school, and I did not know that. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's in the family. And for whatever reason, since I've been thinking about it, it really makes me feel closer to my grandfather, which ironically is difficult because he is no longer with us, but he was a real do-it-yourselfer. Like, as much as I like to do it myself, and, I learned that from my dad and my mom, and, they both, do what they can with their hands, and, I don't know, maybe that sounds weird. But, like, building shit and all that stuff. And I remember when I was a kid, my grandfather, my dad's dad, has, he had his big, like, not woodshed, but stable loft. Anyway, it was known as the stable loft. And he had one of those men working signs that you might have seen, like the little signs with men working, probably like taken from like a work site or something. And he had the N covered off in men, so it was me working. And I was like, I thought that was the cleverest thing when I was a kid. I was like, oh man, like, lose one word, or one letter, you got a whole different word, and change the meaning. It's not just a man working, it's me working, blah, blah, blah. It's my pop. And now I'm like, it'd be cool if that sign was still up on the stable loft, and I'll just repaint over it, make a little G, and be Meg working. It'd be funny. I'm a dork. Whatever. So anyway, it makes me feel good. Like, I feel like I'm following a path that might have been laid out before me, and I didn't know. Following that path, I guess, today is Sunday, for anyone else who's been following WWE, like I mentioned earlier with NXT. Today is, how is it Paul Heyman and the rest of them put it? The greatest stage of all time, Wrestlemania! Yeah, you see Bray Wyatt trying to revive The Undertaker. Cool, I like Undertaker. It's sad that he broke his streak last time with the whole not winning thing. So maybe they're trying to rectify that. So today's the Wrestlemania. So I guess I'll be watching some of that on WWE Network. Hubby is working. So will I be watching wrestling without my husband? Weird. I'll call it a family tradition. Because if Papa's around, he'd probably be watching it too. Because that was his thing. He friggin' loved wrestling. And I'm okay with that, like somehow I feel like I just found a little place where I fit in within my own family, which feels ironic, and it's not that I didn't necessarily feel like I fit in before, but I don't know. It's something a little special. So anyway, I guess I'll cut it short there. There's not really much else to say. Watch a bit of wrestling, cook a little supper. This is about it. Go get my high school transcript. Does that strike anyone else as weird, by the way? If you're applying for school, college, whatever here, I did my application the other day, and they can't technically look at it and see if I'm eligible for school until they look at my high school transcripts. Which seems a bit weird, because it's way easier to get my university transcript, because I've already requested that, and I should be able to pick that up early this week. But I have to go make a formal request for my high school transcript, which my high school transcript was last relevant in 1999. That's when I graduated high school. Sorry, I'm dating myself. Not in that way. Lol. But yeah, so it just seems kind of weird that a program that I want to start in September 2015 relies on information from school that I finished in 1999. Whatever. I don't know, I just figured that was kind of irrelevant, but it's not, so I gotta get that crap in, otherwise I'm not gonna be considered at all for the application, which would be kind of pointless, because, this is what I gotta do, so I kind of gotta get my arse in gear and get that crap over there, and get it over to the campus. And then they can look at it and tell me if I'm going to be able to become, Thor of the Clarenville campus. That'll be me. Gonna get a nice hard hat. I'm gonna maybe little decals on there with the wings. Get a custom hammer engraved with my name on it, or Thor. Maybe at that point it'll be synonymous. I'm just gonna be Thor. Let's do that. I probably can't be Ms. Marvel, so I might as well be Thor. Or myself. I don't have a superhero alter ego. Frizzhead. Captain Frizzhead!